Have you ever wondered if your pup actually loves you or if they're just staying for the snacks? We all want to believe our bond is special, but let's be honest, dogs are complex emotional creatures who speak a language entirely different from ours. They don't write poetry or buy you gifts from the mall, and they certainly don't say those three little words. But what if I told you that most of what we call love is actually a series of misunderstood biological signals that even veteran pet parents miss? You might feel like you're the only one who doesn't get why your buddy stares at you from across the living room or follows you into the bathroom. There's a secret love language happening right in front of you. And today, we're going to decode those subtle gestures that experts call the highest honors a dog can bestow. These aren't just cute habits, they are deep signals of trust and devotion that are often misinterpreted as something else entirely. If your dog does even one of these, you are far more important to them than you realize. Go ahead and type a 9 in the comments right now so we know you're paying attention and that you're part of this amazing community of pet parents. This video is brought to you by AI technology to share some of the most helpful insights into dog behavior and psychology. So let's dive into the first big misunderstanding. Think about the last time you were sitting at a Starbucks in Seattle, just trying to enjoy your latte, and your golden retriever was staring at you with those big, soulful eyes. Your first thought is probably that they want a bite of your muffin, or maybe they're just being a bit needy. But research at places like the Yale K9 Cognition Center suggests something much more profound called the shared gaze phenomenon. A lot of communication in the animal world is about the eyes, and one of the greatest compliments your pup can offer is simply looking where you look. Let's say you're walking through Central Park and you point at a squirrel or even just a cool-looking statue. Your dog doesn't look at your finger, they look at exactly what you're pointing at. This might sound simple, but biologically, it is a total miracle. Most animals, even our closest relatives like chimps, usually just look at the finger itself because they don't understand the intent. But your buddy understands that if you think it's relevant, then they think it's relevant too. Is he just looking because of the food? Actually, studies suggest they value your attention more than a treat. Why do they do it? Because they are so invested in what you are interested in. They want to be all in on the action because they love you. You are their compass in this big, confusing world. If your golden does this, you're doing something right, and you should definitely give them a little extra love today. But if the eyes are the windows to the soul, then the next misunderstanding is all about physical contact. We've all been there, sitting on the couch, binging a new show on Netflix, when your pup suddenly reaches out and places a paw on your arm. Sometimes we push them away because we think they're being demanding or asking for a walk when we just want to relax. But behaviorists call this affiliative touch, and it's actually a way of bonding that they save for the people they trust the most. It's like a quiet way of checking if the connection is still there during those calm, emotionally neutral moments. Interestingly, MRI studies have shown that when dogs expect this kind of emotional feedback from a trusted human, their brain's reward center lights up like the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. They aren't trying to bother you. They're grounding themselves like a touchstone and saying that everything is good between you. I'd love to know where you're watching from today. Are you in a sunny spot in California or maybe a chilly city in the Northeast? Drop your state or country in the comments below and hit that like button if you've ever felt that special connection through a simple paw touch. Now, let's talk about something that really confuses people. In our culture, turning your back on someone at a coffee shop is considered pretty rude, right? So when your German Shepherd jumps on the bed and chooses to sleep with their back facing you, it can feel like a bit of a snub. You might think they're upset about that bath you gave them earlier. But you have to remember that you can take the dog out of the wild, but you can't take the wild out of the dog. In the natural world, turning your back is incredibly dangerous because you can't see what's coming. Dogs only do this when they feel a sense of total, 100% safety. If your pup sleeps with their back to you, they aren't ignoring you. They are actually giving you the compliment of a lifetime. They've decided that you are officially the protector of the household. They trust you to watch their back while they're unconscious and vulnerable. It's a social structure instinct that says you are family, and they feel safe enough to let their guard down completely. Speaking of letting their guard down, have you ever heard your pup let out a long dramatic sigh? You're probably sitting there in your living room in Texas, reading a book or scrolling through your phone, and suddenly your dog unleashes a breath that sounds like they have the weight of the world on their shoulders. We usually laugh and think, "Buddy, you don't pay rent and you have no job. What could you possibly have to complain about?" But veterinary behaviorists have found that this is actually a sign of deep relaxation. It's a physiological release that signals their body is shifting from a state of sympathetic alertness to a state of parasympathetic rest and digest. They are basically announcing to the room that the vibe is good and they feel happy in the sanctuary you've created. It's a beautiful way of saying they feel completely at home in your presence. Now, let's talk about that little shadow that follows you everywhere. We often call them Velcro dogs because they won't even let us go to the bathroom alone. It's easy to think they're just being needy or have a bit of separation anxiety, but there's often another layer to it. Think of it as a recon mission. Dogs are wired to be part of a team, and in their world, knowing where every member of the group is located is a basic necessity. A pack that is scattered is a vulnerable pack. They aren't necessarily looking for attention when they pop their head in the room. They're just gathering data to make sure you're okay. Once they see you're safe, they can trot back to their nap. They are keeping tabs on their most valuable asset, which is you. If you're finding these insights helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for more secrets about your favorite furry friends. Another thing that often gets misinterpreted is when your dog gets in the way. Maybe an Amazon driver rings the doorbell and your German Shepherd immediately steps right in front of you. It might feel like they're being stubborn or trying to be the boss, but this is actually a behavior called body blocking. They aren't trying to be dominant. They're reacting to something they've deemed a potential threat. It doesn't matter if you have a tiny Chihuahua or a massive Rottweiler. They are positioning themselves as your shield. They see you as the VIP of the family, and your well-being is their absolute priority. It's unconditional love personified. Even if the threat is just a package being delivered, they are bracing themselves to take care of you. Finally, let's talk about the sweetest gesture of all, the morning shadow. You're still in bed. The alarm hasn't even gone off yet, but you stir just a little bit. If you look over, you might see your pup lying perfectly still, just staring at you for a long time. They don't want to wake you up because they prioritize your rest over their own boredom, but the exact second your eyes open, the tail starts thumping. They are synchronizing their biological rhythm with yours. They aren't just waiting for breakfast, they're waiting for you. To them, the day doesn't truly start until you are part of it. You are the sun that rises and starts their entire world. When you think about it, these behaviors we once thought were confusing or even rude are actually the most profound confessions of love. If you've seen your pup do even one of these things, you are doing an amazing job as a pet parent. You are loved more than you know. I want to hear from you now. What is the name of the dog who is giving you these compliments right now? Go to the comments and share their name so we can fill this space with all the good boys and girls who make our lives better every day. And if you want to learn that one simple phrase that can change how your dog sees you forever, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and give your best friend a good scratch for me.